You were at Bobby Cannavale, diehard Jet fan. You and he ever have a Bills-Jets conversation?
We did. I used to be a Jets fan back in the day of Joe Willie, and I thought, but I was young. And then when we moved upstate to Buffalo, I had, my brother said, you can't be a Jets fan. So
right.
You got to be a Bills fan. And that was the time of OJ and stuff like that. And then
the electric company.
We laughed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And what was great about Bobby is like he could laugh about it because the Jets did beat us by a field goal.
Right.
And it was really, really tough. But we get him at home coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Yes, you do.
That's going to be good.
You're still tight with Jim Kelly? I know you told
Very
some great
tight. Jim Kelly is one of the greatest guys, the toughest guy I ever met.
I love him.
But he went through with his cancer, with the loss of his son. I've been friends with him for, 20 years. And it was funny because we met doing a car racing thing. And I don't know if I told this story before, but anyway, he's sitting across the table and they're going around the room introducing, and I'm him. And I know these are all like top athletes and, Olympic stars and actors and stuff. And I said, I'm Jim Kelly, play a little football. He looks over and goes, what a jerk. And we've been friends ever since.
I'm Jim Kelly. I played a little football.
Yeah. So I took his name away from him. So we've been laughing since then. He's a good guy. And he has the greatest golf tournament in the history of golf tournaments. Actually, it's a party interrupted by golf. It's one of those things where it's so much fun, raises a lot of money for Kelly for Kids, and he's doing it for 35 years.
I know you're a constant there. I bet Berman's a constant.
Berman, always.
Chris Berman.
Yeah, the greatest.
The greatest.
Boomer.
With Jim Kelly, I got to know him through the Pro Football Hall of Fame ceremony that I've been going to year after year after year. Yeah. And one of my favorite stories about this is how he has affected the ceremony, not just for the fans, but for the Hall of Famers. And here's how he's affected it both. For the fans is when he got into the Hall of Fame, you could draw a line from Buffalo, New York to Pittsburgh, PA, right to Canton, Ohio. Okay. Buffalo, where he played his professional football.
Right.
Pittsburgh, where he's from, and Canton, where the Hall of Fame is. The number of people that showed up to watch him go in droves forced the Hall of Fame to stop holding the ceremony on their front steps and move it into the stadium, where it has been ever since.
Wow,
that's number one. And then now that the event is in the stadium, this changed the dynamic for the Hall of Famers because it was difficult for them to jump off the stage for a little bit and maybe cool off with a libation or two that Jim kind of might like.
Might like a little bit.
And so he told the Hall of Fame, we need to have a green room. And he was the one who created the green room for the Hall of Famers to jump off the stage a little bit and have something to drink.
Oh, that's classic.
And that's the way it's been forevermore, too, ever since in the stage. He said they changed the venue across the street to the stadium. And
Huge.
then once there, how are we going to work on the drink situation? And Jim Kelly was
the important stuff.
He was the guy at the forefront of both.
Yeah,
of both. And then wait a minute, while we're on the subject matter, because I'm sure who doesn't like talking about Jim Kelly. We were there one night, Chris and I and the rest of the crew. One year we were all there together, and he took over the bar. Right,
we were at the hotel, and it was one bartender, and he was very overwhelmed, so to speak, with all the Hall of Famers,
and their family members, right?
And their family and everybody. Jim Kelly hops behind the bar.
He says, I'll do it.
And starts serving drinks to everybody.
He's like, I got this.
That's who he is.
Yes.
That's Jim Kelly.
We were all overserved.
I don't know if he was
overserved.
We were all overserved.
We were, by the way.
We were overserved.
Yeah. You know how they have those little tin, those little cones that you
that
pour
they go like that.
sure.
No, it's like,
Yeah.
Woo! Bring it
There
on
were
there.
no cones, man.
No cones.
It was just
for Kelly.
All you need is one, and you're good. Yeah. That's so funny.
I love the guy.
Love the guy too.
And now Josh Allen, they have finally found that next guy.
It is so much fun to be a Bills fan right now. It's been hard for a few years.
Yes.
New England used to kill us all the time when Tom Brady was up there, and now it's this Josh Allen's as tough as nails too. What a player! What a game we had last week.
Yes.
My God, that pass, the
To
bullet
Diggs
that he
over the
threw
middle.
the 14 there,
Yeah,
and
I know. Yeah.
kept him in the game, field goal win, because we'd lost for 2 games prior to that by 3 points.
That throw over the middle was
A bomb, a bullet.
unreal.
Yeah.
It was one of those where you're sitting there going, whoa, okay.
Yeah. And then how about the touchdown that he ran too? What fumble? Oh,
I know.
I'll just take it in.
I know.
Unbelievable. He's an amazing guy. Great team. Oliver on defense, number 1. Great guy, gets the touchback and great tackles, and of course the the receivers. So good. But we're a little worried about number 40. Want him back because he is.
Milano's really good. Oh, you were talking about Vaughn, sure.
Vaughn, yeah. We don't know. It's a knee thing.
What would a Super Bowl parade in Buffalo look like, Christopher McDonald? What would it look like?
I can't really say it out loud, but it's kind of a blank show. It's going to be a it's going to be a partay because, my God, we've been this close. Well, the first time especially, wide right with the Giants. But, man, it would go crazy because the fans are they're Bills Mafia. They are just heart and soul Bills. And you look in the stands, you see the horns and the blue faces. This is a lot of work they're putting into, just representing the Bills. And it's just, and they go to as many games they can. It's great. I just love to get us to the Super Bowl.
I had a little egg on my face the other day on NFL Network on the day when the Bills had to play in Detroit because of the thunder snow.
Good
storm.
Lord.
Okay, right?
Did you see that?
And I said to myself that, it's going to be, unfortunately, like shades of 2020 when there are no fans in the stands, because the game's in Detroit and there's, Bills Mafia is all snowed in and whatever. And I got a lot of people on Twitter from Bills Mafia saying, we're here. Like, what are you talking about? And then the fans all showed up and it was loud. Like the Browns had to go silent snap count every now and then. It was quite a game. It was pretty
great game.
Man.
I tell you what, those Lions, as you know, as a Michigan guy, they're no joke.
I know that.
They're this second half of the season's been crazy for them.
Yeah, they've gone on a nice little run.
Yeah.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.